Hello, I am Tara Hidari, and this is Lab 5, where I chose my own adventure. And stay tuned to find out what I chose. Projectile motion combined with the energy principle is going to be the leading topic of this lab, where I analyze the motion of a baseball tossed in an arc with tracker to ultimately see how many throws it would take to burn off the calories gained from a cookout M&M milkshake because it is the best milkshake. And we wanted to replicate the motion using GlowScript and compare this model to the observed model from Tracker. And then we wanted to use the obtained data to derive the energy exerted onto the ball when thrown so we could see how many throws it would take to burn off the calories. Now, some fundamental purpose that drove this lab were Newton's second law, the position update equation, the energy principle, specifically focusing on kinetic energy and potential energy. And it is important to note that the system is the ball on the earth, and the work that's calculated is the force from the earth. Now, some initial conditions of this lab are shown here, and it's important to note that although the video looks horizontal, it was taken vertically, and the axes are adjusted to fit the video on Tracker. And we have the values shown here to the right, and we have our beautiful plot to the right, top of the screen. And our GlowScript code is shown here. This code shows the initial conditions at the top right, and where we calculate the ball's, the ball's position, and we want to input X and Y values because this is a projectile motion lab, and the ball's velocity is stated there because the baseball is thrown roughly 100 meters per second by this player, and the fundamental principles are shown to the left, and to the bottom right we have our GlowScript plot. And here we compare our observed model from Tracker to our model from GlowScript, and we see it's not perfect. Things in science, a lot of times, as you guys know, is not perfect. However, the discrepancies could be due to the fact that the video's resolution was not that great. Therefore, estimating the center of the mass in each frame was difficult. However, I did do my best to calculate the closest estimate to the center. And also, the video was taken in a different perspective than the videos in the previous labs were taken. So if I were going to do this lab in the future, I could take it from that perspective and see what the results, how they would be different, how they would be the same. And our question in the beginning of this lab was to see how much energy the thrower exerts onto the system, and therefore how many throws it would take to burn off the calories gained from a cookout M&M milkshake. And starting with the velocity, if we find the kinetic energy and through the maximum height thrown of 2.0828 meters, we find the potential energy, and if we assume no other forms are present, since our ball was at rest before it was thrown, 748.04 joules of energy is exerted from the thrower onto the system, burning roughly 179 calories per throw. Now, if they're after the pitcher's at throwing practice, and then after practice, that's all he does. He throws the ball and the same distance, same mass ball, same height, and post-game they go to cookout and he orders an M&M milkshake that has 680 food calories, converting it to the energy calories and then the joules. It would take him 3,819 throws to burn off that cookout M&M milkshake. Now, we did discuss the sources of error, such as the poor camera quality and the video angle, and the center of mass estimates being off at times due to the low resolution of the video. However, if we want to focus on the main point of the lab, the baseball would have to be thrown 3,819. 3,819 times. That is a lot of times to burn off the energy gained from eating a milkshake at one setting if that was the only action the thrower did. However, we want a little bit of motivation behind each lab. The motivation behind this one is if we expand our workouts and throw a ball with a greater mass at a higher distance, then this could have resulted in a greater energy expenditure for the athlete, allowing him to plan his workouts and his meals accordingly in order to stay in shape throughout the season while enjoying his favorite cookout milkshake. Thank you for listening.